It's funny because one of the first questions that people typically ask after starting a GLP-1 isn't really about protein. It's not about exercise, and honestly, it's not even about the side effects. It's, can I still have a drink? An alcoholic drink, yeah. Maybe it's a glass of wine on date night. Maybe a few beers while watching the game. A wedding, a vacation, or maybe it's just simply unwinding after a stressful week, having a nice glass of wine or an amaretto sour, which I love, by the way. Social events should not stop just because you started a medication. And the internet, oddly enough, seems to split it into two extremes. One side is going to say, yeah, alcohol's completely fine, woohoo. The other side is going to say, never touch it again. So, who's right? Welcome back to After the Shot, where the random weight loss ends and the real transformation begins. That's right, you heard it right here, folks. But before we jump into today's episode, we're going to take time for today's truth shot. God, that's a mouthful. Today, this is going to be your segment where we separate the internet myths from the real world science. The myth today: if you're currently on a GLP-1, do you have to completely give up alcohol? The truth? Well, there's no universal rule that says alcohol is completely off limits while taking GLP-1. The real question isn't, can you drink? It's, how does drinking affect your goals, your recovery, your ability to make good decisions around food, and most importantly, your overall mood? The takeaway? I'm not going to tell you in today's episode whether you should or should not drink. It's helping you understand the trade-offs so that you can make informed choices around alcohol. But let's get into it. So can you drink alcohol while taking GLP-1? Yeah, go for it. Many people can. But that doesn't automatically mean it's a great idea in every situation. The better question is, what happens when the alcohol actually enters the picture? I want to start with how your body prioritizes energy. When you drink alcohol, your body's going to treat it a little differently than carbs, proteins, and fats, simply because alcohol can't really be stored the same way. So your body prioritizes metabolizing it first. That means, temporarily, the oxidation of fat and carbohydrates is reduced while the alcohol is being processed. So does that mean that one drink is suddenly going to stop your fat loss? No, settle down, that's not what I said. But frequent or heavy drinking can make it significantly harder to stay in that caloric deficit and recover optimally. Let's talk about calories. Alcohol provides about 7 calories per gram. For comparison, look at the chart here. Protein is 4 calories per gram. Carbohydrates is about 4 calories per gram. Fat is about 9 calories per gram. So alcohol is definitely one to be considered more of a caloric dense item that you would consume. A couple of drinks can significantly add 100 of calories to your daily intake before you've even thought about the late night pizza or the fast food runs that often follow. And that's another piece that people often overlook. Alcohol does not just add calories, it changes your behavior. That's huge. And even though GLP-1s can reduce your appetite, for many people, alcohol can significantly lower your inhibition. Suddenly, it's easier to say yes to the appetizers, easier to overeat on the dessert, and easy to stop in the drive-thru on the way home, especially when McDonald's is having a $5 McValue meal. It's not often that the drink itself causes the issue, it's the decisions that are made after the drink. Now, here's something specific to the GLP-1 medications. You're going to want to turn your ears on for this one. Some people notice that alcohol affects them differently when starting treatment. They may feel intoxicated faster. They may lose interest in drinking on the other side. Or they simply may experience more nausea or stomach discomfort. Everyone's going to respond differently. And that's why it's so important to pay attention to how your body feels rather than to react assuming your previous tolerance still applies. But now let's shift gears. On this page, talk about preserving muscle. And if that's your goal, well, alcohol deserves another conversation. Remember the earlier episodes? If you haven't watched them, go check them out. Muscle is built and maintained through resistance training, adequate protein, recovery, and sleep. So heavy alcohol intake can interfere with this significantly, and it makes it so much harder to be consistent in the gym and perform to the standard that you need to. So that doesn't mean one glass of wine is going to erase all your progress. But if drinking becomes frequent enough to often impact your training, your recovery, your protein intake specifically, it can absolutely slow down your progress over time. So here's how I coach my clients, because I don't believe in perfection. I believe in planning, strategic planning. So if you know you're going out on a Saturday night, have a high protein breakfast. Stay hydrated throughout the day. And most importantly, don't starve yourself so I can save calories. Get a workout in early if it fits your schedule. If not, make it fit your schedule. Choose drinks that you actually enjoy instead of mindlessly consuming whatever's available. Maybe even alternate alcoholic drinks with water. And when you've had enough, or when you feel like you've had enough, call it. Easier said than done, I get it, but try your best. Because the goal isn't to make up for alcohol by skipping meals the next day or doing endless amounts of cardio. Just get back to your normal life. That's going to be the best way to get back on track. One night isn't going to define your journey, nor is one meal, nor is one drink. What matters most is that you consistently do the same thing over the next weeks, months, and years, because that is how long-term success is built. So here's the mindset that I want to leave you with today. Instead of asking yourself, can I have a drink? Ask yourself, is this choice moving closer or further away from the person that I'm trying to become? Sure, sometimes the answer is going to be yes. Sometimes the answer is going to be no. But neither answer is going to make or break your success. It's simply a decision. And successful people are going to make decisions based on their current priorities, not their guilts. So if you enjoy the occasional drink, just know the trade-offs. That's all I'm telling you. Plan for it, enjoy it, move on. Sustainable habits are not about avoiding the things in life that make life enjoyable. It's about learning how to live your life while still making progress and being happy at the end of the day. In the next episode of After the Shot, we're going to be tackling another one of the most frustrating parts of weight loss journey, your weight loss plateau. Why it happens, why they don't always mean that you've stopped losing fat, and what you should actually do instead of immediately increasing your dose or slashing calories or making yourself do an extra 10K run every single day. See you in the next episode.